So I was whining to my wife the other day, said, I need new glasses. And she said, well, get some. I couldn't tighten them anymore. They were scratched. You know the thing, right? But I didn't want to go through the process because you have to make the appointment. You have to spend weeks to get them done. And you got to pay a fortune, right? That's real. But I did. I spent $500 on frames and glasses, and that was cheap. And then I ordered a pair from my sponsor, Zenni Optical, for $70. Zenni is an online eyewear shop. Prescription glasses, sunglasses, blue light lenses, starting at under $30. You go to Zenni.com, you pick a frame, upload your prescription, and they ship it to your door. No appointment, no store, no upsell at the counter. And by the way, if you are saying, do I really need new glasses, or do I have to put up with one pair to do everything I need to do for the next 2 years? No! You can get what you want starting at under $30. And if you've never bought glasses online, don't worry about it. I haven't either. Zenni has a virtual try-on, so you can see exactly how the frame looks before you commit to buying them, with no salesman looking at you saying, those look good, but these expensive ones would look better. No, you don't get that. I'm excited. I can't wait to get my Zenni glasses and tell you more about them. If your glasses are overdue for a refresh, now's the time. Go to Zenni.com/podcast and use the code podcast15 for 15% off your first order. The styles sell out, so don't sit on it. That's Zenni.com/podcast. Promo code podcast15. You might have heard that live shopping is exploding, and I have to tell you, I have been on Whatnot for a couple of weeks now, and I see why it is. Now, Whatnot is my sponsor, and they are the reason I got on the platform and checked it out. I'm glad they did. They made it easy for me. I'm going to make it easy for you. I love it. Whatnot is where you get great products without paying full price. It's that simple. I'm hooked on their live shows, too. You got to see them. They're so much fun. And I see why Whatnot has climbed to the top of the App Store. And listen, if you're selling online, or maybe you have a storefront and you're hoping people will find your listing or maybe walk in your store, Whatnot flips that, because on Whatnot, you go live and you sell directly to people in real time. And I may admit, although you didn't hear from me, I may have picked up a couple of power tools or so in the past couple of days. I'm just saying. Whatnot, it's the largest dedicated live shopping platform with beauty, collectibles, electronics, luxury, fashion, even cookies, and anyone can sell. In fact, people who sell on Whatnot sell 10 times as much as any other major marketplace. That's because you're not just listing products, you're building real connections with buyers. So whether you're shopping or you're selling, download the Whatnot app today and get free shipping on your first order. Just search WHATNOT, Whatnot, in the App Store and start scoring amazing deals. How are you? Happy Monday. Come on in my studio. I cleaned it up over the weekend. And there's room in here too. I made a little space right there in front. There's like 6 people can sit in front of me now. And you're one of them. So I'm glad to have you here. The rest of you got to stand out in the hallway. Today, some life-changing questions. I have spoken to these questions over the years. Don't know when I incorporated them into my life. Probably 10 years ago. And maybe once or twice a year, you'll hear me talk about these. But today, it's going to be changing a little bit more about how you think about things. So some questions. By the way, today, you might want to have a journal handy. You might want to take some notes. Now, if you're like me, you'll listen through it first. I mean, you can re-listen to this podcast, but whatever you want to do, make some notes. It is a daily boost from motivationtomove.com, the positive boost you need every single day, right in the middle of Daytona Beach Bike Week right now. You can probably hear them if you pay close attention. A lot of folks, like 500,000 motorcycle riders come to Daytona Beach. And man, I feel for you. Coming out of the cold weather, driving down here in the cold, I know you're trailering, some of you guys, but here, I'm like 15 minutes from Main Street. I just zip over there, come on home. It's cool stuff. Anyway, good to have you here today. My name is Scott Smith. I'm the founder and the Chief Motivating Officer here at motivationtomove.com. Very simple mission around this here place. It gets more complex sometimes. That's what the coaching's for. When I do group coaching and work with people individually and get out in seminars and things like that, sometimes it takes a little bit to actually dig in and do it. But this is really like a seminar every single day. It's an idea. It's a nugget that's dropped in this program at some point in time, usually many of them, that you can run with and grab. If you have a journal, a couple of Post-it notes, whatever, write them down and watch what changes. Good to have you here today. Let's get into it. On a Monday, I always ask a very simple question. I always start the show on a Monday. Years ago, when I first started the Daily Boost way back in 2006, it wasn't long before people would say, hey, Scott, can you give me some homework? And to this day, I still get people saying, give me some homework. What can I do? And I try to give you a little bit of it every single day. But on Monday, generally speaking, the homework that I see most people need to pay attention to is this. Asking yourself the question, how's my life going? That's it. Because I find that most people don't ask that question enough. And sometimes it's years in between and stuff goes crazy in those years. So when you ask the question, how's my life going spiritually, emotionally, intellectually, your roles and your goals in life. How you doing? Is it going really well? Is it not so well? Is it somewhere in between? You don't even have to do any work. This is what's cool about it, because I prefer not to do the work. I'll be lazy in a really good way. I don't want to sit down and write a manifesto about this. I want to get my brain to think differently. So when I ask my question, how's my life going? What's it going to do? It's going to start giving you some ideas. So ask the question, sit back and think about it a little bit. And even if you don't write anything down, notice how your life begins to change. Do it again next week. Do it every day if you want to. It'll really help you. How's my life going? So about 10 years ago, I guess, somewhere along I've been doing this a long time. I mean, I was doing podcasting before podcasting was cool. Podcasting before iTunes was a podcast. It's crazy when I talk to people. I'm a podcast OG. I've been doing this literally since there were 5,000 podcasts in the world. And now there's 4 million of them or so, and we're still around and still doing very well. But I've been asking a lot of questions over time, and ultimately, it's really to shift your mindset, give you a couple of ideas to get on with your day, and we'll do it again tomorrow. So these questions will change your life if you think about them. You may want to have a journal handy, make a couple of notes, but at least if you don't do that, think about the answer as I give them to you. Very basic stuff, but stuff a lot of people don't talk about.
I wrote a little song to remind you, Choice Hotels get you more of the experiences you value. The Cambria Hotel's got it all. A rooftop bar, have a ball. Bring a date, your squad, or even your mom. Book direct at choicehotels.com.
First, what do you want to do? What do I want to do? In all kinds of parts of your life. Your job, family, friends, whatever. Sometimes it's hard to imagine that, isn't it? Hard to clearly enunciate, clearly think about what you want to do. Clarity is key here. That's the hardest thing that we do here, figuring stuff out. I know it's a hard one, so I always start with it. What do you want to do? What do you want to have? My life has changed over time. I've had every toy I've ever wanted to have. Got rid of most of them because it was too much work to have them. Now I want other things. What do you want to have? You can have anything you want. You can. Where do you want to go? Some people want to go places. Go could be physically going someplace, could be mentally, spiritually going someplace. Where do you want to go? Lately, I've been thinking about going to, somewhere, New Zealand or something. Don't usually care too much about that, but for whatever reason, I'm starting to get the go feeling. What contribution do you want to make? That's a big, broad one. It could be anything. And it could be as simple as just, hey, being a good mom or dad. That's really important stuff. It could be change the world. It's important too. What contribution do you feel like you need to make? And I, by the way, think that changes over time. I think early on when you're young, contribution is not quite as meaningful as maybe you think it is. And as you get older, you figure it out. But for now, wherever you are in your life, what contribution do you feel like you want to make? What do you want to become? It could be your job. It could be who you are. It could be just who you are as a person. What do you want to become? Do you want to become the best version of yourself possible? A lot of people say that. I like that. I find it a little bit vague and generic. I would, if you were to answer me that question, I'd be like Simon Cowell. Okay, I get it. Right, the best version of yourself possible. I just want to impact as many people as I possibly can. No. That's cool. It's heartfelt. But what does it really mean? Explain it to yourself. That's all that matters. What do you want to learn? What do I want to learn? That's important. You don't have to learn everything. We spend a lot of time learning these days because we start following the Google algorithm or the YouTube algorithm. Before you know it, it's introducing us to all kinds of things we never knew before. It's fun, but you know enough, trust me. Who do I want to spend my time with? I'm pretty picky about that. I get into things from time to time, things I'd like to do. I'm enjoying, and I get there and I'm like, man, I don't know if I want to hang out with these people. They're good people, but they're thinking differently than I am. They're moving in a direction that I'm not moving at the time. And sometimes they're completely opposite of where I want to go. So I think about a lot. Who would I want to hang out with? And I try to make sure that I get to hang with those people. For me, it's usually family and close friends. How much money do I want to earn, save, and invest? It's important. Oh, people aren't allowed to talk about money. It's funny how don't talk about money. No. It's not about how much money you earn. Everybody says that while quietly behind the scenes, they want to earn all the money they can. It's important. Money doesn't mean anything to me. Sure it does. I don't need all the money in the world. No, you don't, but you need some. It would be good if you would know how much you want to earn, save, and invest in yourself. Be realistic. How much time do I want off? 4-day work weeks are really popular these days, aren't they? Since the pandemic hit, people said, wait a second. I like this. I get to stay home. I get to say I'm working. I still get paid. This is awesome. I want all the time off in the world I can. All right. You do get to choose, don't you? One sub-question to that is, well, okay, you got all the time you want. What are you going to do with it? Well, I'll just be myself and do what I love to do. Okay, what do you want to do? What are you going to do with that time off? Because if you don't know what you're going to do with your time off, guess what happens? Eventually, you slip into being busy doing stuff you don't really care about doing anyway. So how much time do I want off? Personally, for me, I have Friday through Monday off. I'm about ready to take Monday off that list. And the reason is I find myself very energized on Mondays. I'm actually recording on Mondays these days, really liking coming in fresh from the weekend and recording. So I've kind of taken it off my off list, but I've also made it so by noon on Monday, I'm done with my day. So my day ends at Thursday at about noon and picks up Monday morning about 7 and 7:30 in the morning and then wraps up at noon on Monday. This is what I want. It's what I want right now. How much time do you want off? What will you do to create optimum health? I put that at the end of the list a long time ago because when we started this program, we were very much about health and still are. It's the basis of everything. Physical health, physical mobility, physical feeling great is the driver for everything. So how do you create optimum health? Eating better, exercising? Absolutely. But can you go deeper than that? You better believe it. A lot of ways to go deeper than that. And funny about those ways to go deeper for optimum health, they're really old school. They really, truly are. It's all the tech that we have today, all the modern stuff to be optimally healthy, pales in comparison to how people knew how to do it 100 years ago. Keep it simple. I like simple. Simple works. What do I want to do? What do I want to have? Where do I want to go? What contribution do I want to make? Who do I want to become? What do I want to become? What do I want to learn? Where do I want to spend my time and with who? How much money do I want to earn? How much time do I want off? How am I going to be really healthy? Healthy. How am I going to do that? Pandemic hit a couple of years ago. Those people that were not healthy, many of them are not with us anymore. People got smart, started being more healthy, and now we're getting beyond it. And guess what? It's going the other direction. Pay attention to that. All right, coming up this week, a couple of things we're going to be doing. What is the purpose-based goals? This is something that we'll talk about goals a lot. I'm not a big goal believer, but I don't use goals a lot. I have a different way of thinking. I'll explain that tomorrow. Unavoidable stages of competence. We'll borrow from Zig Ziglar's work. Changed my life a lot of years ago, and I still think about it today. We'll share that with you. Setting boundaries and expectations with yourself and others. Later in the week, permission not required for happiness. If you're waiting for somebody to write you a note saying you can be happy, you don't need it. If you do, just send me a note. I'll send you one back. You'll have the note. Okay, we'll do that. Have a great day. See you at Facebook, dailyboostpodcast.com/Facebook.